Good morning to you, and I hope yours is a happy Monday morning. This is particularly Monday the 20th of September 2021, and for me it marks the 1 year anniversary of a particularly unpleasant event. So this video, I hope, is going to be all about focusing on silver linings when shit goes down. And as we know, all of life is not rainbows and lollipops. It's not. I think chaos reigns. I see bad people have good things happen to them and good people trodden underfoot. So my experience of life is that it's more chaos than karma. But anyway, so what happened to me this time last year, was an immense betrayal. A really damaging assault, verbally, emotionally, and completely bewildering. If somebody had asked me before this event happened whether I thought that there was a potential for it to happen, I would have said absolutely not. And then through the following month, up to the 20th of October, in our endeavours to correct things and put things right, things got even worse, and our family has been fractured in an irreparable way. And I believe I've been fractured in an irreparable way, although this year has been quite an incredible healing journey for me. So in the beginning, I was absolutely flat out. I didn't want to live. So I got in touch with the doctor and said, look, I'm 0 out of 10. I didn't say, I sobbed. I'm 0 out of 10. Please, can you put me in an emotional coma? You know, you hear about people being put in physical comas when their body is so damaged. I thought, please, just do this for me until life finds its right way up again. Surely it will have to find its right way up again. Anyway, the doctor gave me some drugs, and the magic of these drugs cured an intestinal issue that I'd been suffering from for about 20 years. How's that for a silver lining? And this intestinal issue was caused by all the traumas that had gone before. And honestly, I thought I'd had enough traumas. I didn't think I was on the list for any more traumas, which is another thing that means it backs up my belief that chaos reigns. So traumas, yeah, too many, far too many. And I know lots of people have lots of stuff, but seriously, I've had too many. Anyway, surely now we're done, but I digress. So it was truly magical to have this intestinal issue finally resolved, to give me the freedom to be able to go out to a place away from a toilet in confidence. I can't tell you, this has been a life changer. But more than that, in the depths of my misery, where I have had to grieve what has happened and grieve certain people involved, literally as though they are dead because they have been removed from my life. So the grieving process was every bit as gut-wrenchingly painful as grieving people when they're dead. Yeah, I wouldn't advise it, but hey, you know, we can't affect the things that happen in our lives. What's the saying? We can't affect what happens, but we can't affect the tune of our lives, but we can choose how we dance to it. And this has been a year of choosing my dance. It's been my year. So what happened? The doctor recommended that I see a therapist. Absolutely, wholeheartedly, yes. So I saw a therapist, and said therapist did a quiz on me, and her conclusion was that apart from this current trauma I was going through a year ago, I was depressed due to chronic pain. because again, I'd suffered from back issues for almost 2 decades. I've got 4 desiccated discs, and so okay, I'm depressed from chronic pain. Let's address this. So I went on our local community page asking for a recommendation for a good neurosurgeon, a good spinal surgeon, because I thought, well, I either need fusion or titanium discs in my back to resolve that. And a couple of very brave women went there and said, how about diet and exercise? Well, my initial response was, what the hell? Diet and exercise doesn't repair damaged discs, desiccated discs. But turns out it can really improve your life. So I gave it some thought, and the next day after that I joined Noom. I don't know if you've heard of it, NOOM. It's an app, and it's a whole of life app to support you with weight loss goals. But oh my goodness, I got way more than that. It's way more than you could ever imagine. It's based on cognitive behavioral therapy, and within it you have your own personal coach, and you have a group coach, and you're encouraged to take part in the group and post different issues you're having or things you've overcome or tips and whatnot. Well, incredible stuff. One of the highlights for me was particularly where it encouraged you to sit with your saddest thought. It took me 3 days and quite a few bottles of wine to recover from that. Not really on the weight loss side of things, but hey. So sit with your saddest thought. But the teaching, it transpired, was to teach you that thoughts come and go. But not only do thoughts come and go, we have mastery over what we think. We can chuck thoughts out, or we can entertain them. And this was such a big lesson. It is absolutely key to think good thoughts and to keep your mind in the right vein, not to focus on things that are going to upset you, that are going to send you around in circles, things that you have no control of, which are other people and how they respond, how they dance to the tune of life. Might be ugly to you. We have to make our own reality in amongst the craziness around us. We must choose our own path, and we must hold on to our thoughts and the right thoughts, and not get embroiled in misery, which I had been doing, getting embroiled in misery of things that I could do nothing about. So it's really, really important to look at the topic in hand. First and foremost, can you do anything about it? Is it within your control? If yes, get your big girl pants on and deal with it. Do that thing that needs doing. If no, you must find a way to let it go. You must, because it will eat you up. So that is part of Noom. But if you would like to, I'm not getting tipped by Noom, but I should be. But if you'd like to try it out, you can take a look at it for just $1 for 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks. And I think I only paid $216 for the further 8 months. And I learned so much about myself, and consequently lost 27 kilos. And oh my goodness, that made such a big difference to my back pain. Well, it reduced my back pain immeasurably, and I'm so pleased with the amount of things that I can do now. I'm so much more capable. I would struggle on 6,000 to 7,000 steps each day, and now I do 15,000 steps each day without too much trouble. 20,000, I'm struggling. But yeah, amazing. I've got so much done in the garden, so much done in the house, so much done in my own head, with my own training and strengthening of body, mind and soul, basically. And that has been a fabulous lesson. So 3 Cheers to Noom, highly recommended. Hello Lily, she's come to join me. Hello. I can't think where I was going to go on from there. Bit distracted. But yeah, now she's digging a hole next to me, even more distracted.